Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
The tackle made.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rashad Penny. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
And the Seahawks first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Penny on the toss right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Up from his linebacker spot, Da1 Jones making the play.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 16, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle first down. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. from the shotgun. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
To DK Metcalf. Touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that.
32, 39. Hey, check Mike, 27, check Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25.
Do what we do.
Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 70 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. After the penalty, it's Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Down.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They'll run for it with Penny. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 47 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13. Falcons 7.
On 1st down, Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
13.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The throw complete to Dorsett, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Seahawks.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
To Philip Dorsett.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Penny. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Rashad Penny,
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Seattle.
Rashad Penny. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Seahawks 20, Falcons 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers into the
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
18-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Ryan steps away to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Seahawks 27, Falcons 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. Watch twist. Watch. Tick. Jump. No. Tick.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Lions pass.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Check. 315. Get that
On the draw, this is Penny. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Penny, a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Four yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Freddie Swain. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, Ryan. A slant to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. 11. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
56 for Mike. 56. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike 56. Mike 51. Sam.
Throwing again, Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Ryan. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete. Results.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come up the ball. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, 59. Ready. 56.
Ryan looking deep for Julio. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 72 yards, and the Falcons cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 20.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The toss running left. This is Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On third down, Wilson. And that's complete to Swain. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Seahawks, first down.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wilson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Dorsett.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
36.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 34-yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Looking for a running back, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And this defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. They had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the L.A. Rams.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
There's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it, he can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
36, Falcons 20.
With Gurley there on first down, going to get about 4 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
57, Mike, 57. It's out of time. It's out of time, guys. It's out of time. Go.
Ryan will throw again. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
To throw again is Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, Ryan. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They begin with a run by Penny. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He's brought down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 78 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Completion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
39-yard line.
56, check 56. It's our time. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Wilson.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
59, ready, 56. Let's go, D.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
The 40-yard line.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Got the defense on their heels. 2 1st downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
The Seahawks, 31 yards
to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Let's go, D. 22.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 19-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for two.
Conversion.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he's going to get into the end zone for two. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
Falcons 28. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
To kick off for the Falcons.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Falcons.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They do tack on the extra point as well, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
A terrific run there by Penny. 43 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He's brought down.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. whistle. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd down.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. Wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn it on, camera system incredible. Yeah, can't put $1, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't around here, I'm the GOAT, man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, can I hit that? 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 Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot, time to try and go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why do people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. It's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not shit I do. Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No ceiling winds that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No ceiling winds that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No ceiling winds that never be the same.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Just like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm ready, getting to the chicken, that chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was fucking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag in racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new Chris Foss, but it don't take time. I pull up on a hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that takes beef finger licking chicken. I mean I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're a friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up tight, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm Da1Champ Music.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs.